how did that evolve? What happened afterwards?
When we got back home, I told my mum about the experience around a cup of tea around the kitchen table. And I said, when we got to Canada, this is what was going on. I was really struggling. I didn't know how I was going to get through. It felt like I was really cracking with the strain of everything.
Hmm.
And this is what happened. And then I asked her if I could have a King James Bible. I said, could I have a proper Bible with a New Testament in it now? And the way that things had been going, when I was a child and I was told that, because we were Jewish, we didn't talk about Jesus, or I couldn't have books about Jesus. Um, uh, my mum's journey, my parents' journey, as I said, they split up when I was a teenager. And my mum had met somebody who was not of the Jewish faith. She'd fallen in love with somebody who was of the Christian faith.
Mm-mm.
And so the way that things were aligned at this time, it was not as significant, it was not as huge as it was maybe 10, 15 years ago, when I'm sure my mum could not have imagined getting divorced and falling in love with somebody who wasn't Jewish.
Hmm.
Um, because she was brought up in a very, not an ultra Orthodox, but still quite a traditional family.
Sure. Well, love has its ways, right? It
Exactly,
goes through
exactly.
everything.
So she was open, she was open to that. And so on the eve of my mum's wedding to my stepdad, they gave me a King James Bible and inscribed in it, which meant an awful lot to me. It was still the start of a just the start of a long journey, because
Sure.
I think I expected to turn the pages and get instant answers, like you, a seeker of the truth, just
Yeah.
wanting to get to the heart of God, just wanting to know the heart of God, and to, as I, used to call it, just to seek the truth of what is out there. And I thought it was all going to be revealed.